I do discriminate. I do have bias. I do, but it's not because I'm a bad person. It's just because I've paid the price before. I just pick up on shit. If you've got clammy hands and you smell like booze, I'm getting a different dentist.
Welcome to Something Crunchy, the Valley's #1 comedy entertainment podcast. Biscuit is homies with Blake. Blake is the older brother of Blair. And Blair is married to Biscuit. Here are your hosts, Cullen Blake with Blair and Tyler Dressel.
All right. Welcome to Something Crunchy. I'm Cullen Blake. With me as always, Blair and Tyler Dressel. Thank you for joining us by way of 97.3 The Rattler, or wherever you get your podcast. We have another crunchy guest joining us tonight. He's an actor, writer, podcaster, and stand-up comedian who you've seen in movies like Joker, Warrior, and The Hangover. Shows like The Goldbergs, Schooled, and How I Met Your Mother. He's the host of The Bryan Callen Show, and he'll be back in the Valley at Desert Ridge Improv on Friday, January 19th through the 21st. Please welcome Bryan Callen.
There's no clapping, guys. There was zero clapping. This is outrageous. What's up, guys?
Thank you for joining us, Bryan. Excited to have you on, man. How's the new year treating you so far?
2024 so far is, there's no delineation. I just realized that life is a series of sensations and different shadows and light, and then you die. It sounds so Buddhist of me. Sorry, guys. I've been reading a lot about Buddhism. I'm deep.
Yes,
we're here for that.
Deep in the Buddhism. I like it. Did you watch any of the playoff games this weekend?
I did not. I can't believe the Cowboys lost. I thought somehow after Dak Prescott's performance in his last game, he was going to pull it out. And I guess, I don't know what happened. A home game and Dallas loses. That kills me. So,
I don't want to talk about it, Bryan.
We're upset about it, Bryan.
Are you guys Dallas fans?
We're from Dallas. Blair and I are. Tyler here is from Phoenix. And yeah, it was disgusting. And we can't beat the Packers. We can't beat the 49ers.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. And now apparently Jerry Jones is playing with the idea of bringing Belichick in. I don't know.
Harbaugh, Belichick, they need a disciplinarian. I don't know. I don't know what to do. They can't come back with the same team and McCarthy and Dak and just do the same thing.
I think what happens is, I swear to God, the players know the legacy of their teams, and I think it gets in their subconscious. I think they go, man, I'm going to choke. What if I choke? And then they start thinking that way, and then they just shit the bed.
I mean, that would make sense with our playoff performances year after year.
Yeah. It's so disappointing, Blair.
It sure is.
We're all disappointed, Blair.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed. You'll be back in the Valley this weekend at Desert Ridge Improv, Friday, January 19th through Sunday the 21st. Tickets are available at bryancallen.com. What do you like to do when you're in the Phoenix area?
I'm going to go hang out with Sugar Sean O'Malley. I think I might do his podcast from what I hear. And if I'm lucky enough, they'll bless me with allowing me to roll around on a mat. I don't know if you know who Sugar Sean O'Malley is, but he's the 135-pound UFC champion, and his coach, Tim Welsh. And they let me kind of do some quote-unquote flow grappling with them. And it's been a long time since I wrestled, so I crawled off the mat and almost threw up, but it's always fun. I like working out with pros and acting like I can actually do something. It's a lot of fun. And then I'm going to try to hit balls. My friend coaches or trains a bunch of big-time Major League Baseball pitchers, and apparently I'm going to try to hit when they pitch the ball really fast, which should be adorable. It should be adorable.
Is it going to be on camera?
I was going to say, this has to be filmed.
Yes. You'll just see me looking at the ball, and I'm terrified of the fastballs.
Smells viral.
So that's what I'm doing. Yeah. And then the rest will be stand-up.
Well, you're the first comedian we've had on since the Cat Williams interview dropped. I want to hear your reaction to the massacre at Club Shay Shay. Shots were fired.
I think, I never like when comics go bad on other comics like that, because especially when you go bad on a guy like Kevin Hart, who I know and who's one of the best people on the planet. Nobody works harder, nobody more humble, and nobody has earned their spot more than Kevin Hart. Nobody. So, he came from nothing in Philly and he worked his ass off. I was there. I've seen all these guys come up. So I think Cat has a little bit of a personality disorder, but he's also amazing at comedy when he pays attention to it. And maybe this was just him. I think he's a little crazy. And, And it's fun. I mean, in a way, you can't take anything seriously. It's just, he's just out of his mind. He went bad on everybody.
Yeah.
And stand-up, though, is funny because it's a strange little fraternity. It's a rare, weird, peculiar talent. You know, it's basically, there are very few people that can get up on stage in front of anyone, anywhere, at any time and make them laugh for an hour. That's not easy. And it never does get easy. And every time you shoot a special, you got to throw all that material away and start all over again. So anytime I see somebody who isn't on that list who's been through that and continues to, I got nothing bad to say about them, really. You'll never hear me say anything bad about comics.
So Kevin Hart isn't an industry plant, is what you're saying.
He's the best. That guy's the best in every way. Hilarious, a silly goose, and nobody more generous. So, you know, come on, Cat. Cat, you being a silly goose. You know.
Do you have any feelings against comics that don't write their own material?
I don't know many. I really actually don't know any comics that don't write their own material. I really don't. I mean, that's an old school thing. That's like a Bob Hope thing.
Right.
You know, where he had writers. I mean, you know, I think people went bad on Joe Coy, which is so annoying. Like all the press is talking, like Vanity Fair and Variety going bad on Joe Coy. They can all kiss my ass, by the way, because they couldn't hold his jock comedically. They've never been on stage for 1 minute of their life. This is like people who've never fought making fun of a great fighter. It's like, shut up. Joe Coy sells out arenas for a reason. Another guy who earned his spot. Hilarious all the time. He took this thankless job because he was up for the challenge. They write a lot of those jokes for him. Yeah. He's in front of all the Hollywood who's who could give a shit. Yeah. I mean, you can't win. You can't win that shit. You can't win. If you're funny at the Golden Globes, the chances are you're not that funny. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a totally different situation because he was just thrown into it 10 days prior with, no jokes ready.
Is that all he had for 10 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, and nobody wanted the gig. Everybody turned it down.
Everybody
but,
turned it down.
He's got balls. He's got balls.
Yeah, that's totally different.
He did it.
You got to take swings.
He did it. You got to take swings. You got to take swings.
I heard you take this kid to class the other day on how he and another person couldn't take down a full-grown chimp in a fight. I'd like to say,
that was Bo Nickel, who's a great fighter and is probably going to be a future champion. And you don't get better wrestling than Bo Nickel. So when you're that good at beating other human beings, you make the mistake. You make the mistake of thinking that you could keep a chimp busy, a full-grown male chimp busy. All right.
Never smoked a cigarette in its life.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll put that chimp in a straitjacket and a muzzle, and then maybe you'll have a chance for a while until it breaks through the straitjacket and starts pulling pieces off. All right? You're not beating a bear, and you're not beating a chimp.
Well, we got to chew on this for a minute. I mean, so how many people would you need to feel confident in a fight against a full-grown chimp?
All the people, dude. All the people. I want everybody behind me. Because they bite too hard and they go from 0 to 1,000 immediately.
All right.
Immediately. They chimps off all things with violence. A zookeeper told me the chimps, if you look at their wrists are all marked up because when they get mad, the first thing they go for is your downstairs area. They'll go for your 3-piece. Yeah, so you got to cover that shit up because they're like, you know what? You're pissing me off. So I don't think I want you to have kids. So I'm gonna start with your balls because that's my appetizer.
You don't need these.
You don't need these. And then I'm gonna go to the face just so nobody ever looks at you. And then how about this? I'm gonna bite your fingers off, and you can walk around like Stumpy No Face, right? Stumpy No Face with Ken doll genitals.
Savage.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't stop it.
I see your point. Yeah. Let's level the hypothetical playing field here. This is a muzzled chimp. Okay, so biting completely out of the question. But who are your first 2 people that you're calling to recruit for the chimp fight?
This is good. Okay, so the first guy I'm bringing is Brian Shaw. He's He's 6'9". He's 465 pounds,
Yeah.
and he is the
Bring in the
4-time
fighter.
strongest man in the world. So I got to bring Bryan there. Bryan's going to keep the chimp busy. Now remember, a chimp's got 4 arms. You got me? 4 arms. So I got now. I need another big body. I need another big body who can really start landing blows. It's probably going to be, I probably would bring in Anthony Joshua, but Anthony Joshua is a great fighter, but he's not ferocious enough.
He's not chimp ready.
He's not chimp ready, dude. He's not chimp ready. I'm bringing Francis Ngannou in, and Francis Ngannou is going to be throwing uppercuts, overhand rights, and working the old body.
No
And by the
fear.
way, yeah, and then that's when I sneak up behind El Chimpo with my stiletto, and I just sink it between. I go right where the collarbone and the trap, that little area right there, that triangle of possibility.
It's a pressure point.
Yeah, it's a pressure point. I sink that deep, and then he just kind of like he ends up drowning in his own blood.
So chimps obviously don't know any jujitsu. Do you think that's like a language you could use to beat them, or are they just too damn strong?
Well, what are you going to do? Arm bar it? Choke it? You're going to choke it in its non-existent neck? Huh?
Here's a better question.
Yeah.
What's a more effective first move in a chimp fight? Headbutt or leg kick?
Okay, I like your question. I'm really liking your question. They're low to the ground. He's coming at you sideways. All right. So you got one chance. You got to soccer kick that son of a bitch.
Yes.
You got to kickball. You got to kickball his fucking head. You got to get the crown of your foot, the top of your foot, and you got to drive it as hard as you can. Not your knee, your foot, the end of your foot. Catch him under the chin. All right. Now you might. This is a fantasy because it's not true, but you might be able to kind of rock him a little bit with that, because when you hit the jaw, it tends to go to the brain. So his brain, he gets temporarily concussed. Probably going to get him more angry. Probably going to get super primordial on you.
Oh yeah.
But maybe there's a chance he might be like, where am I for a second? And then you got that tiny second. What do you do after that? You pray. You pray.
You load your weapon.
Yeah, that's right. You pray. You pull your pants and faint and hope you don't wake up when he takes his revenge. Yeah, I wonder if I thought about this too much.
I feel like this is like best of the best 3, or like the new.
Best of the best three.
I'm just saying.
The Coliseum.
Yes, bring back the Coliseum.
Blair
Coliseum.
smells a screenplay
I
here.
do. Chimps in the Coliseum. I see it all. You made it very visual. It's great.
I know. One man, one chin. He's got a train. Blair secures my hips as I'm doing squats. Every time in my ear, she's going, this isn't going to help.
Jean-Claude Van Damme in Chimp Champ.
In Chimp Champ. Great. At the end, he just walks out. He's got no genitals, no face, and no digits. No digits.
But you won.
Yeah.
You won.
Small price to pay for a dub
Yeah,
against
you
the
don't need those.
Who
Yeah.
needs it?
Yep. There goes your piano career, fuckface. Sorry about my language.
No, it's good. That's what we're here for. Speaking of fights, did you hear Mayweather and Pacquiao want to fight again this year? It's on great per-view.
Boring. Where were you guys in the 90s?
Man, the greatest matchup of 2008, right before us here. Who wants
I
to see
know.
that again?
I know. It's done. I don't know. It'd be interesting though, because now you're going to see a technical fight. When speed is kind of gone, now you see real technical fights, and that would be interesting. Maybe.
Everybody's favorite.
Because Pacquiao was known for his speed. That's what it is. He was known for his speed.
He's still
and his
fast, I
finger biting.
bet.
Do you remember that movie
Yeah.
that came out like 10 years ago? It had Sly Stallone and Robert De Niro. It was called Grudge Match.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh God.
That's what you're visualizing now.
That's just, it's just, there's a lot of similarities.
Old Hams 3.
Yeah, didn't see it. Missed it. I read the book though.
The book's always
Yeah,
better.
I'm waiting for the book to come out so I can not read it.
Well, we share a love of conspiracies. I want to get into some conspiracies. Let's just start by taking your stance on a few of these and see where it takes us. Have we really been to the moon?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
50-50
Yeah.
on that, 50-50.
I don't think 1,000 people can keep a secret in the U.S. government. I don't think that's possible. I know we found all their bodies and all of them died mysteriously, but yeah, we went to the moon.
I think we've been to the moon. We're supposed to go back this year for the first time since the 70s, the Artemis 2 mission.
Yep. And let's see if there's a flag up there.
It's just hard to believe that we haven't even tried to go there in like 50 years.
Yeah, like you go once and you've seen it.
We didn't go. I think we actually went to the moon more than that. If you look it up, I think we did it 7 times, I believe. Is that true?
Between the
up,
like
somebody.
60s and 70s.
Yeah, but then like how many times can you go to the moon before you're like, oh look, more dust?
Yeah, by
More
2024,
moon dust.
I feel like this would be like a luxury resort style. Like, okay, the top 10 people, like this year, you get a lottery to get into it, and you get shuttled to the moon, like 5-star service, Michelin chefs, like
The
all
lunar
the
Four
finest.
Seasons.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know, but the problem is that we have Antigua right here on Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just better places on Earth. Earth is better than the moon. That's I never understood people that are obsessed with, like Elon Musk. I have this joke, but it's true. Like, rich people get so bored of everything, they even get bored of their own planet. And Elon Musk comes out and looks at his spaceship every day, and he's like, "How much longer?" You know, and he leaves. It's like that's all he wants.
I mean, it's hard to believe we haven't been there in 50 years, but I get it. Once you've seen it, it's like Tucson. You've been there. Okay, this is good. I'm not coming back here.
No need to go back.
No need to go back.
Yeah, seen it. Yeah, did it. Yeah.
Have aliens ever visited Earth, or are aliens currently among us?
I don't see, again, like, if I could just get, I'm begging for just a shred of evidence. If I could just get how about a shadow of evidence? How about that? How about all these whistleblowers who come out and talk about all the shit they've seen? And then how come it never goes anywhere? Huh? What happened to these whistleblowers? Like, where's the evidence that you saw the stuff, huh? Did you? Where?
These are great questions.
Where?
Where
Yeah,
is it?
no, you're lying.
Yeah.
You're lying to Congress, which is not a crime. You're allowed to get up there and bullshit so you can sell a book. But nah, you didn't. You heard somebody say something, but no. Every time you follow the paper trail, it just never happens. Also, here's the thing about aliens and whether they exist or not. I have kids and bills to pay. Don't have time to contemplate it.
I get that.
Just don't have time. My kids need Invisalign, etc. All right. I got alimony.
We
I
can't
got
deal
alimony.
with all this right now.
When we get some evidence,
Yeah.
we'll prioritize.
Yeah,
this.
even if aliens existed, I swear to God, I'd be like, I know, but how far away? I can't. I literally have to pick my son up. I'm too busy. I don't give a fuck.
True, though.
Video it for me, like record it on your phone, send it to me, and I'll
Send me the
watch
link.
it.
I'm pumped to see it later.
They said that frequency. They're messing with it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's likely. I think it's likely that either there are aliens or we are living in a simulation. There's a really interesting idea that AI,
I love
like
that.
the very scary podcast that Rogan had. I think it's Ezra Raskin and Tristan Harris on. Ezra Raskin invented the infinite scrolling on your phone, and Tristan Harris worked for Facebook. He's responsible for. I guess all that. These guys are responsible for the engineers and studied persuasion technology. So the fact that you can't get off TikTok and this kind of technology, these guys are at the heart of it. And they were getting calls from these labs that were talking about how AI is starting to make AI. And if you think your iPhone 15 is hard to put down, wait till AI 1000 comes along. Oh, you won't be around. That's right, because we won't need you.
Oh
Right?
my gosh.
Yeah. They're that worried about it. The people in
shit.
the labs are calling them saying, we're making things we have no control over and we don't even know where this is going. You got to start talking to people in power because this is not right. Because we're trying to out-compete each other. Facebook has its own AI brain, $10 billion. Then you've got Google doing the same thing. You got Larry Page, the founder of Google, saying that if you are really worried about saving humankind, you're a speciesist. You're a speciesist. In other words, Don't be so into humans. Oh, okay, Larry.
Robot rights. Come on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you scumbag. So, but here's the really interesting theory. The idea is we might be living in a simulation, or the idea is we've already been through this, and you and I and all of us are already sentient robots. We are already the singularity has already arrived, and we're in a loop, and so we replicate as machines, but we don't even know it. We don't know. When did you start, and when do you end? You don't know. Where are you? And that's the other Buddhist question. Where are you listening to me from? Try to locate the seat of your attention. It's weird. It's really weird. Are you weird. Your emotions, your mind, and your physical body? Or are you able to observe all of that? Are you able to step outside of that and watch it? And if that's the case, then where are you actually? It's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah. That is weird. Then you get into like deja vu and all of that, and just kind of
has it happened
glitches
before,
on your motherboard.
Did I manifest that this is gonna happen later?
I have theories about all of this, but we won't get into that.
No,
right
that's
now.
like a whole.
You do?
That's a whole other episode.
That's an episode in itself.
I know. Sorry, guys. Sorry to get so deep and technical.
No,
this is our next episode together.
Yeah.
We'll go deep.
On round 2
together.
for 4 hours. We'll eat some mushrooms and go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
done that.
Yeah, I did 7 grams of mushrooms. The sun sucked me into his mouth. So, yep. I started at 3. I did 3. Amazing. I was in Mother Earth's vagina. Had so much fun. I met a genie. He let me ride his carpet. He told me I was actually really a natural. I didn't fall once. And then it was incredible. And then his carpet turned into this girl's hair, and I was surfing. I was surfing her hair. I didn't fall then either. It was incredible. And then I did 4 more grams. Yep. This is all true. I did 4 more grams, and the sun sucked me into his mouth and then spit me out because he didn't like the way I tasted. And I ended up, I ended up in a waiting room, and that waiting room was hell's waiting room. I knew I was there.
Oh, no.
And I tripped a portal, and I spent 6 hours trying to find a manager because I didn't belong there. I kept saying, I'm a really good person. I think I just ate the wrong mushrooms. Now I'm in hell. If I could just talk to somebody. It was great. It was a
I'm
good
not supposed to be here. 2 grams too many.
Ask me what I learned. Ask me what I learned.
What did you learn?
To not take that many mushrooms ever fucking again.
3 is perfect.
That's all.
You had it.
What is
3 is
wrong
good.
with Mother Nature's vagina? That's such a good place to be.
You were in complete
The
bliss.
best. The best.
Did you think you were going to get to her asshole if you ate 4 more?
I did. I kind of did. You know, it's like when you get that coffee high, you get that coffee rush, and you're like, maybe I'll try another double espresso. And
Some
you
is
go,
good. A ton must be great.
yeah, and then you're just shaking. You're like grinding your teeth. You're just like,
Give me off the ride.
Good.
exactly.
All right, last one of these. Does the Illuminati make deals for stardom, have humiliation rituals, and use industry plants?
Sure does not.
Does
no,
not.
it does. Now, like, I hate to say it, but when people who make it in Hollywood and who stay at the top are that good. They're just that good. They're just that disciplined. They have a combination of insane discipline and just ridiculous talent. Like when you see like Emma Stone, you can't do what she does. She's so like Timothy Chalamet. We were making fun of him because he's kind of a skinny kid. I saw a clip of him on Broadway doing something. He's astounding. Yeah. He's fucking astounding. You got to remember, like when Ariana Grande got up to sing for the first time, the dogs howled, the clouds cracked. Okay, that's why she's Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
that's
because
why.
you can't do it like her.
Yeah, not because the Illuminati was like, let's make this person a star. Sorry, they're just better than all of us, and nobody wants to say that, but it's fucking true, man. It really is. They're that good. They're that good.
It's true.
You know. Now, frankly, I think I should be. You know, I'm as good at stand-up as anybody. That's how I feel. And you know, things sometimes. You know, Netflix doesn't want to give you a special forever, and that's okay. But the point is that sometimes these things happen. It is true that there's a lot of talent out there that maybe isn't seen, and so doesn't get the opportunities all the time. Acting's not linear, but anyone who has made it, anyone who's at the top, is that good. They just are. Even Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is not the greatest actor, maybe, but you see Keanu Reeves in person, 6'2", maybe 6'3", handsome as shit. You know, also like super Like just like, you know, and also like he knows. My friend worked with him. He knows so much. Like he's got a command of Shakespeare. He's read more than anybody. Like when you get to know these people, you're like, oh, you're amazing. You're amazing.
Oh, okay.
You're incredible. I talked to Tom Cruise for an hour and a half at a party. And it was like I was the only one who existed. I'm a straight man. If he had told me, you want to come over here and make out with me? I would have been like, yes. You know, I would have done it.
I love that.
All right.
Yeah. So just, you know, maybe because he'd be my friend. That's how charismatic he was.
Wow.
And I'm only 1% kidding when I say that.
Like, no, this is serious.
I hear he'll remember everything you ever said to him too. So if you run into him in 15 years, he'll remember that conversation that you had with him for an hour and a half. Is that true?
Correct. Let me tell you something about the
cool.
Illuminati. Let me tell you a story. Yeah, he's amazing. Well, that's when you know you actually met a celebrity. Like if they saw you again, they would remember you. That's a good benchmark, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he would with me, but he kind of did because I did a reading with him before that. Long story. I'm bored with it. But but there is that. Yeah.
Bryan, have you ever heard of Magic Mind before?
Magic Mind is something that I use almost every day. And the reason I drink Magic Mind, well, first of all, I'm really good friends with the owner and the founder. Are they your sponsor?
They are.
Okay, so let me tell you a story about why Magic Mind's amazing. So the owner already made his money. He made plenty of money in the tech world. He doesn't need money from Magic Mind. The reason he invented Magic Mind, which took him basically 10 years, was because he had a heart condition. He couldn't drink coffee anymore. And so this dude literally, this is how crazy he is. He said, I want to invent something that I want to drink, that I could drink. That's a clean, alert energy. That also has like mushrooms and matcha and different things that are good for you. And that's the difference. So yes, I drink it every day, and I'm a huge fan of it. It's amazing. So that's my commercial for Magic Mind.
Couldn't agree more.
That is such a good commercial. Thank you for that. And it does have those quality ingredients to help you find that flow state. It's now in Sprouts Farmers Market, so you can try a bottle there. But if you go to magicmind.com/crunchy, you can get 56% off your first subscription order or 20% off any one-time purchase by using code CRUNCHY20. It gets even better. There's a special promotion for January only where you get an entire month of the subscription service for free when you sign up for 3 months. Go to magicmind.com/JanCrunchy and use code CRUNCHY20 for an additional 20% off. That's 75% off in total and only available for the month of January. Discount code CRUNCHY20. Check it out and get focused, improve your memory, and don't miss out on trying Magic Mind for less.
Try this with Magic Mind. Give it to somebody. Just have them drink it and don't say anything. And then wait like a half hour and ask them how they feel. It never fails. They're just like, they're like, I did, every one of my friends like, does this stuff work? I go, just try it and you'll forget. And then I'm going to call you in a half hour. And it's amazing. Yeah, it really works.
You once said to Big J, you've never been on a set where you didn't want it to be over. Was there a particular set or filming experience that put a stain on the acting side of your career?
No, it's not that. I suppose acting itself on set is a meticulous manual grind. It's a very slow process. You're shooting it line by line. When you shoot a big film, you're shooting a page a day. You're doing 50 takes from different angles. So, again, it's like I worked with Joaquin Phoenix on Joker. That guy was the Joker for 3 months. He lost 60 pounds for the role. He ate an apple a day. There's no one more disciplined. He's insane. If you can do that, then you win an Oscar. But I could never do that. Like that, you could put that guy in a prisoner of war camp and he'd be just fine. That guy has mastered the art of suffering. If that's what you're into, okay. If you're Christian Bale and you can lose all that weight or become Daniel Day-Lewis and become freaking cobbler because the role calls for it, okay, go ahead. But I can't do it. I can't do it.
What was the worst set that you remember? Like, what was the worst experience? You've been on so many shows, so many movies.
I did Las Vegas, that TV show.
Yeah.
And I had a fight scene with James Caan.
Yeah.
And James Caan was actually hitting me.
I
I think
that.
I think he wanted to make it realistic, but he was to the point where the stuntman goes, "Come over here, you all right?" And I'm way too macho. I was like, "I'll fight that guy right now." I'm just an idiot.
That was amazing.
Yeah. In my opinion, maybe I got a little James Caan in me, and so it's two actors, and he was jabbing. He would jab, taking his fingers and jabbing them into my back, and to turn me around, and then grabbing me and throwing me against the fridge and all this stuff. And I finally went, "Dude, you're jabbing the shit out of my chest, like whatever this karate shit."
Called him out a little bit.
Yeah, and he goes, "Ha, ha, ha, ha," and just left him, and then came back and did it about 50 more times. I appreciate it, but it wasn't that fun. And he was a salty guy, but he's James Caan, so he's also awesome. So I'm not going to say anything about it.
Wow,
I have nothing
tough
bad to say about
scene.
that.
I remember that scene. That's crazy that it was actually doing that to you.
Jabbed by Sonny
man.
Corleone.
Yes.
Yeah, but by the way, very quickly, that's a classic example of why acting's a nightmare. That's James Caan, Hall of Famer, amazing. God rest his soul. But he spent almost 3 hours walking across a parking lot and pointing at the trailer I was in, because I was the bad guy, because they had to get this swooping crane shot, and they couldn't get it right. So he spent, let's call it probably was 3 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, because they had to keep changing the lighting. So he walked across a parking lot briskly 55 times.
Damn.
And then we did the fight scene. So that's the nature of that shit.
He was taking his aggression out on you.
Oh
Bryan.
God, was he ever? I like James Caan though. I think he's a good father. He was a very good father. I actually saw him with his younger son. His younger son was a quarterback on my nephew's team, and I watched him. Kind of talking to his son. It was pretty cool. I respect any man who I think has got a son named Scott Caan, and I'm sure Scott Caan probably loves his dad, misses his dad. Any man who is looked at with love by his children is okay in my book.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well put.
I ran into him one time, Scott Caan, at the Hard Rock in Vegas, and he was walking toward me, and it was him, James, and Giovanni Ribisi.
Wow.
And I was so starstruck for a second, but if I didn't get out of the way, James was going to run me straight over. I had to move.
I will keep walking.
Yep. Well, I was in an acting class with Giovanni Ribisi. He would show up periodically and do scenes. It was kind of cool.
That's really cool.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. I never worked with him. I just was in class when he did scenes. He put them up, and I was there and watched him, but I never did a scene with him.
Who brought out the best in you in a scene? Was it a comedic actor, dramatic actor?
No, it's usually directors, like Todd Phillips in The Hangover. The great directors allow you to do whatever you want. They keep you in the movie, and they let you know when you're going too far or when you're not making sense to the story. So that's my experience with good directors. But they also give you breathing room, and they allow you to improvise. They allow you to bring something different that maybe the writer and the director hadn't thought of. That's usually how you get yourself cast.
Did you improvise in any of The Hangover or any of your other movies?
That was almost all improv. Yeah.
Nice.
It was really.
That's always the best.
The
It was
character
great.
wasn't.
It makes sense.
The character wasn't Lebanese. The character first was a guy from New York who talks like this. His name was Eddie, and I auditioned that way. I did the whole thing, and then at the table read, I said to Todd, I go, should he talk like this? Maybe he's from Lebanon or something like this. If he owns a wedding chapel, he can get you chicks, guns, anything. I buy you. So he started laughing so hard, and that was it.
You're really good with the accents.
It is good.
Is that from your military upbringing and living in all these countries growing up?
Yeah, or I'm just insanely talented, or I just got an ear. Whatever.
Talent, buddy. That's it.
Just talent.
Shucks. Yeah.
Oh, shucks. Well, let's move on to what we call the Fast Five, where we give you 5 general questions and you answer as quickly as you can.
All right.
Best intro song to walk out to?
Cashmere.
Cashmere.
By Zeppelin.
Okay, Zeppelin version.
Is that the same?
Yeah.
Is that the same fight song you use in the bedroom?
Only when I come out in slow motion with my robe, as I let it fall to the ground.
Yeah.
And then I mouth. Yep, and I mouth, "You're welcome."
I tend to lean towards the originals when it comes to a lot of these songs, but there was I want to say it was like a Puff Daddy version of that song. It came out for like a Godzilla movie in the middle of
99 Godzilla.
Really?
Yes.
If you want to hear a great version of Whole Lot of Love, Ike Turner and Tina Turner covered
Really?
Whole Lot of Love. Woo!
Yes.
Way down inside. Yep.
Yes.
What's your favorite movie to quote?
Probably The Outlaw Josie Wales or True Romance.
Ooh,
I love
good call. Good call.
Diane ain't much of a living boy, but True Romance. Do you know who I am, Mr. Wally? I'm the Antichrist. You got me in a vendetta kind of mood. You tell the angels in heaven you never saw evil so singularly personified as you did in the man that killed you. And then it goes on. We're going to do a little Q&A. So, I love that. I love it. We're going to do a little Q&A and at the risk of sounding redundant, try to make your answers genuine. He was so incredible.
Yeah.
It's the greatest scene. That might be the greatest scene in motion picture history.
So good.
Hard to debate that. So that was well done. All right. You're being sold as an action figure. What 2 accessories do you come with?
Oh, God, I love that question. Obviously, and fucking, of course, a katana. Obviously, and of course, a katana. Okay?
Obviously.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
And then obviously, and of course, a snub-nosed tactical shotgun.
Dual.
Not a microphone.
Yeah.
It is a snub nose tactical shotgun
God though,
Are
I
you
don't know.
katana
It
trained?
depends.
with optics.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it could. I don't know if I have the street sweeper. It might just be a bow and arrow. I don't know, dude. It's kind of crazy to say this, but or even a crossbow. But it's probably got to be a street sweeper. I also want something that kills at long range. But then again, I sneak up. They call me el sombre, la sombra, which means the shadow in Spanish. So I don't need to kill you at a distance. I just show up, bro. I just show up.
See,
So yeah.
action
Wow,
figure
what
with
a
those
good
accessories, you are ready for a chimp fight.
Yeah, dude, a katana. If you know how to use a katana, that chimp ain't.
Done.
I'm not hearing a
win.
fucking peep. I'm not hearing a peep. I drive my katana right into his mouth in the back of his head. Say it! Say it! That's what you just hear.
I think you should just casually do one of your next sets with a katana on stage and just like not even draw attention to it.
No.
It's not even a big deal.
Just walk around
just
with
walk
it.
around
Yeah.
with it.
Let people know that you're there for business.
It can have the cover on
Dude,
it, but like
that's-
kind of open it a little bit every now and then. Like you might unleash it, maybe not. It's like the whole
Or-
time
or
you're
I just-
wondering.
Or I wear a duster. And you don't see the katana till it's too late. And if I draw, all you hear is. You hear that?
And then your arm falls off.
That's how you shut
You just-
everybody
yep,
the
yep.
fuck up.
You just hear.
Zero
And then you
hecklers.
know. Yeah, and by the way, ain't no blood for about 5, maybe 10 seconds. That's how clean the cut is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's
Oh yeah,
surgical.
dude. Yeah.
Wow.
And I won't cut you in half. I'll cut you diagonal. Okay?
So savage.
Yeah, you just fall. You fall in two. You cleave in two.
You got half.
You part like the Red Sea. Gonna Red Sea ya.
See you later.
I call it the Moses.
They call me Moses because
Yeah.
I'm part of the
Yeah.
Red Sea.
The red.
El Sombre, Moses is
The shadow of Moses.
yeah. The shadow of Moses.
You tell me that's not going to command attention.
Dude, are you kidding me? I part the red. Anyway, this is awesome. I love it.
That's great. All right. Who was your first celebrity crush?
I mean, it will always be Rose McGowan. I
Good
ran into
answer.
her
love
Good
that.
answer.
28 years ago. I said hi to her we were waiting for a smoothie, and I had just seen a movie called Doom Generation, Greg Araki, and it was her first movie, her breakout movie. And I saw her, and she was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. And I said, hi. And I was kind of cute back then, maybe. And I said, I wasn't bad. And I said to her, hi. I said, I saw you in Doom Generation and you were amazing. The problem was that she was naked in Doom Generation. So she got super red. She got super embarrassed. And she was so sweet. I love Rose McGowan. I love her, and I always will. I think she's
cool.
I don't know if she gets me. She sends me.
She gets me.
She's so talented.
She got me too, buddy.
Cool.
She gets me.
Yeah, she's just something else, man. Yep.
I know we got to get you out of here soon, but Bryan, we like to play a game on every episode and include our guest as well. Our Crunchtastic R&D department came up with something fitting for you. There's a lot of fighters out there with really strange nicknames, and I want to see if you could distinguish the fighters from the adult film stars.
Oh, God, good. Okay, great.
Okay, good. Bryan's great. I'm betting on
Here
Bryan.
we go.
All right, I'll throw out a name. You just tell me fighter or porn star.
Okay.
The hillbilly heartthrob.
I'm going to say fighter.
1 for 1. Brad, the hillbilly heartthrob Inez, is a heavyweight fighter with a 13-7 record.
He's got
There you
this.
go.
Brian's
He's
on the
got
board.
this. Okay. How about Lexington Steele?
Lexington Steele is a porn star.
He's showing his
him
work.
well.
He's
You know him well.
ran into him into a coffee shop once.
Guy, that man is working with a piece. That's a gooseneck. It's a fucking gooseneck.
Real
All
steel
right.
over there.
Yeah. God bless that man.
Tripped me in the aisle with that thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. How about Danny Mountain?
I gotta go porn star for Danny Mountain. It better
3
be.
for
He's
3.
a fighter.
Man.
Somebody's been studying.
So he
Tyler,
came
don't act like you don't know
prepared.
the answers.
I actually don't watch porn. I really don't watch porn. Nobody believes me. I never watch porn.
Yeah,
But
I saw you say that.
It just doesn't get me. It doesn't do anything for me. But go on.
No, I get it. I can relate. All right, let's do a couple more. How about Uncle Creepy?
No.
Uncle Creepy. Uncle Creepy. I'm gonna say has got to be a porn star, but because it's so obvious, I'm gonna say a fighter.
Oh my God! Showed his work.
Can't fool him.
Can't fool him. Ian McCall, Uncle Creepy, flyweight fighter
go.
with a 12-4-1 record in the octagon.
Does he drive
There
a
you go.
van? Why is he called Uncle
Yeah. Why is he so creepy?
That's all I know.
Oh, I remember him too. I know Uncle Creepy. There
You
go.
do?
Okay, he's too
Yep.
good at this.
Creepy? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know your porn, but you know your fighter, so
It
that
does
really
help.
helps. Context clues.
Yeah.
All right. How about Jorge the Naked Man?
Jorge the Naked Man. The fucking this guy. I don't even know if that's a porn star. It's the lamest thing in the world. But I'm going porn star.
Oh, right. We got him. No perfect game here.
Okay.
Jorge the Naked Man Ortiz, welterweight fighter with a 21-9 record.
Where does he fight? He fight in the UFC?
I don't know.
Tell me he fights nude.
Terrible.
He fights in
That's
the
a
nude.
terrible nickname.
This is the guy you need for the chimp that's like, no,
The
I'm going to
Naked
bring
Man.
it
The
nude.
Naked Man.
I'm going to
Yeah.
shove it in your face and still win.
The Naked Man.
Right.
All right. One more here, just for shits and giggles. How about Buster Hyman?
Well, Buster Hyman's got to be a porn star.
All right.
I'm gonna go.
Now, you say that's obvious, but Tyler claims to have met, was it a different Buster Hyman? Who
No. Misty Hyman.
Okay.
It's a
She's
female.
a swimmer.
Yeah.
Sploosh.
Misty Hyman.
There's a,
Yeah.
Wow.
there's a swimmer named Missy
She's a
Hyman.
competitive swimmer.
Fantastic.
Yeah, she was on my team.
Fantastic. Oh, were you a swimmer?
Yeah. Yeah, golfer,
That ex-
swimmer, military man.
That explains your shoulders. Jeez. Golfer, swimmer, military man.
Yes. And
What
chimp
were you
fighter.
in the military? What were you in the military?
Air Force medic.
Oh, there you go. Saving lives in the fucking air, bro.
You know?
That's right.
Man, an Eagle MD.
Air, land, and sea.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You air sick? I got you.
I got something for that.
Got something.
I got something for that. Yeah. How about this? You just peel off your shoulders. Yeah, I swam.
Yeah.
Gaze at my shoulders. It'll fix your air sickness.
Does that make you feel any
Sorry.
better?
Yeah. His
I'm
specialty is
turning it into
katana
a porn.
wounds.
Oh, you don't get wounds from katana. There are no wounds, my friend.
No surviving the katana.
No.
Ain't nobody surviving a katana.
Still like to see that on set. Well, thank you for doing that, though, Brian. I appreciate it.
You guys are good men and women. I appreciate you guys.
Likewise. Don't forget to check out Brian's latest special, Man Tears, on YouTube. It is a must-watch. You can stay well-informed on everything he's up to at bryancallen.com and follow him on IG at Bryan Callen. Brian will be at Desert Ridge Improv on Friday, January 19th through Sunday the 21st. Tickets are available at desertridgeimprov.com, but going fast. Brian, it was a sincere pleasure, man.
I had a great time. Come hang with me after the show, or come say hi if you come. I promise I'll make you laugh.
No, we definitely are
by the way-
coming.
Oh, good. So let me know.
Is
Just
there a
get my number.
good day to come?
I don't know. Saturday's usually great. And Sunday, any day. Just come. Let me know. I'll give you my number. And well, you have it. I just called you. So just text me.
Yeah, we're
text
coming.
me when you come. Yeah, and I'll come backstage and we'll hang and grab a beer or something.
Perfect.
Like that.
I was going to say, if you have time to burn one or grab a drink after, they're on us.
Do you smoke?
100%.
Do you smoke weed?
I do, but then I become completely useless. So my wife would love it, but she's pregnant, so it'll probably go unused.
Okay.
But
Congratulations.
I can watch it.
Yeah. Congrats,
Yeah, thank
man.
you.
Yay.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
news.
Well, we're
Congrats.
excited to see you.
I'm excited, guys. Thanks so much. I look forward to you coming over, and we'll have some fun.
Likewise.
Thank you,
Thanks again for the
Brian.
time, Brian.
All right, man.
All
Bye.
right, talk soon.
Bye.
B-Rye.
Ah.
He was fun.
Oh.
So much fun. I thought he was going to get a clean sweep in the game.
Yeah, I was worried.
was so worried
Whoa.
about. We had this 2 seasons ago. Gina Hecht came on and just perfect gamed us.
Yeah.
We don't
Is
stand
he
for
the
that
only
shit around
one?
here. He only missed one.
Yeah. That's all it takes, though. Like,
That was impressive. I do have a little bit more of this game.
Oh, do you?
I just want to see how you do. I know you were itching to get involved.
We were.
Okay, let's see how we do here. How about Sexy Yama, fighter or porn star?
Fighter.
yeah. Fighter.
He's just.
I'll take a sip.
Yeah. Too easy.
Yeah, we have those.
Yoshihiro Akiyama, also known as Sexy Yama, is the Asian Burt Reynolds of the Octagon.
Ooh, yeah.
Cool.
Okay. How about Tommy Gunn?
Tyler, what do you think?
Well, I mean, this could go either way because
Tommy Gunn.
That's a trick question.
That feels a little porn star to me.
It's a fighter.
You're going fighter. You're going porn star. Blair's on the board.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Tommy Gunn.
You're confused because Tommy Gunn was the name of the character in Rocky V.
Who is an actual fighter?
That's his real name?
That
Tommy
is
Gunn?
his real name.
Hold
the,
on.
the character is
Fact
Tommy
check.
Gunn, but the actor is also Tommy Gunn,
His-
who's also a fighter?
His
Who's
nickname
playing
is Gunn.
himself?
It's Tommy Gunn something or other, and he was a fighter. So this is a trick question. They're both right.
Lawyered. It was flawed from the get-go.
Tommy Gunn boxer would be Tommy Morrison.
Tommy Gunn Morrison. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Yep.
Kid's winner.
It's a winner.
He
All right.
won victory over George Foreman.
Lawyered.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How
That porn star's
about
like, well, geez.
Cottonmouth from the South?
It's a little porn star for me. But
Cottonmouth from the South is a fighter.
Jules Cottonmouth from the South. Bruches, middleweight fighter with a 1-2 record. He hasn't done very much.
Mm-hmm. Cottonmouth is a very dangerous snake.
Mm-hmm.
maybe do more in the porn industry.
How about
I know my new porn name.
right?
Tyler Cottonmouth Dressel. That's not it.
That's
not
not
it.
it.
It's
We got to
not
keep
it.
working on
It's
that.
not
We
it.
can do better.
Work in progress.
How about the French tickler?
Oh,
Fighter.
it's got to be fighter.
Fighter. Drink it up.
Drink it. Blake, you think I don't know your game by now? I saw the look in Tyler's eye. He's like, nah.
It's a sex toy. It's not a porn star.
All right.
There's a difference.
There is.
There's a difference.
How about the Ryan King?
The Ryan King?
The Ryan King.
I don't feel right.
No, it's a
answering
fighter because you could only say it if it was a fighter like that, and it was
No,
already
porn
a name
star.
that he's using.
This. It's a porn star.
Porn star is correct. The Ryan King. It's just a guy's name, Ryan.
Yeah.
You guys are the one that made it weird.
He's not Asian.
Just
Blair.
Ryan with a big
Jeez.
dick. I don't know. That's it.
Blair.
I didn't say a damn.
You
I
were
know what you
thinking
were
it.
thinking. I
I
can
did
read your
know
mind.
that.
I can read your mind. And I know what you were thinking.
You didn't see anything. Like, it's just fucking Ryan.
That was fun. If you're not following us on TikTok at Something Crunchy, what's the matter with you? Get involved and find us on Facebook as well. New dream car giveaway over at 8080. In addition to the 15% off you get for using code Crunchy, every dollar you spend gets you entered in for a chance to win a brand new Lamborghini or twin turbo R8 plus $60,000 in cash. You do not want to miss out. Nor do you want to forget to check out somethingcrunchy.com, where you'll find every episode, our links for social media, and the Almighty Crunch Store, where you'll find all kinds of crunchy gear showing that you are a proud citizen of Crunch Nation. This has been another episode of Something Crunchy, and as always,
Don't ever forget to live your crunchiest life.
And be crunchy to one another.
Please don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and all that crunchy good shit. All episodes can be found at somethingcrunchy.com and on all podcast platforms. Thank you for listening.
Oh, they thought my car. I have the same car, and somebody just tried to come into my car.
No!
Oh, no.
Right when I was talking, I was like, "What the hell? I'm about to fight."
Someone just came in?
Get the fuck
That's
out
hilarious.
of here.
Yeah. I was like, the guy got terrified. He's like, "Oh shit."
Brian Callen,
where's your
holy
guitar?
fuck. You're not
That's
my Uber driver.
hilarious. Yeah, he was just like talking. He's like, "Let me open this." It's like, "Hey, Mr. Wally, I'm the Antichrist. You got me in a vendetta kind of mood. You tell the angels in heaven you never saw evil so singularly personified as you did in the man that killed you.